students, welcome to Vedantu NEET English. I am Miss Gopika, your biology master teacher. I hope all of you are doing well. Let me know in the chats, how are you all? Right, it's been some time that we met, so how are you all doing? Let me know. I hope I am audible, visible, and the presentation also is visible. Right, just let me know in the chats if I am audible, visible, and also the presentation is super clear. Come on, fast, all of you. Quickly, the chats are still loading, so yes. Are we live? We got to check, right? Yes, I think we are live. Yes, we are live. Ad is playing. After that, I'll be live. Okay? Yes. Hi. Hello. 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 How are you all? Tell me in the chats how you all doing. Okay? Yes, all clear? So, okay. Yes. So, students, it's been some time. So, today I'm going to do basics of zoology, which I think not very common on YouTube. If you search also, you will get very few videos about basics as such. So today I thought I will do something that will actually because what happens once we start the actual class, once we start the actual chapters, you will not be getting a time to go back to your basics, go back to your foundation, all of that, right? So I thought, chalo, let's do basics of zoology, which will actually help you understand your NEET syllabus. At the same time, if you have forgotten your foundation, this will also build your foundation. Okay, so I want all of you to smash that like button and mark your attendance only if you like. They will understand that you are interested in NEET content and more academic content will pop up in your YouTube instead of other content that has to come. Okay, so quickly smash the like button, and if you're new to the channel, do not forget to subscribe. I want all of you to mark the attendance first, then we will proceed with the class. Okay, so basics of zoology means what? What is zoology? What do you learn? But I will connect that with your human physiology. Okay, with your human physiology. I hope all of you have shared the message with your friends. Ask all of them to join. Share it in your Telegram as well, because it's been long, no? So let's have a refreshment out of all this NEET scam, everything. We will get finally a little relaxation once we start studying. Okay, chalo. Okay, did you all mark the attendance? I'm going to check. Once I check, you will get scoldings for sure. Okay, don't make me again call me Kanjoos ma'am, attendance ma'am. So quickly smash the like button and mark your attendance. Wait 1 second. Yes, I think many of them. Come on, let's make it 100, yeah. Okay. Okay. So students, what are we going to study? First of all, tell me what is zoology. I am a zoology teacher, so you have to tell the correct answer. Otherwise, also you have to tell what is zoology. That means I am studying something about animals. Botany is a study of plants. So obviously zoology will be study of animals, right? So I'm writing this. You will get the notes on our Telegram, that is Vedantu NEET English. All of you can join. Study of animals. Now, do I only study about vertebrates, invertebrates, phylum and kingdom? No. I also study something more. I also study about life processes. Yes? Right, study of animals, very good. Now I just don't study about if they have backbones, if they don't have backbone, I just put them into category. I do not just study about phylum and animals, I study about life process. Now can any of you tell me what is the simple definition of life process? If you have to tell a person who does not know anything about biology, how would you put it across? What is life process? I study about animals. In animals, I study about life process. What does that mean? That means I am studying some various functions that are done by the animals to survive on this planet. Right. Now you have taken life. You have to breathe, you have to excrete, you have to circulate, you have to transport, you have to do control and coordination. This is so for sure. Right. You have to eat your food every day. Even if you don't want to eat, you have to eat. Yes or no? So if I am telling another person, I will tell the animals doing various functions, including us, right? Various functions have been done by animals. Why are they doing this? Simple thing, to survive, for their survival, right? For their survival on earth. That's all. This is the simplest definition, right? Simplest definition. That means if I want to do, are you all with me on this? Yes, functions of animals, yes. So, various basic functions performed by an animal to survive life or to survive on this earth. That is life process. Okay. Now, when you study life process, all of you have studied in your 10th NCERT, right? Life process is the longest chapter of your NCERT, and in 10th you would have cursed that. Okay, you would have cursed that chapter. No, why so many chapters? In that you would have studied life process means first you study the nutrition, right? First you study the nutrition. Then what do you study, students? You have to respire. So you study respiration. You also study breathing. Okay. Then what do you study? You study about circulation. Right, circulation both in plants and animals you would have studied. Then the most important, excretion, and the last, control and coordination. Am I right or wrong? All of you tell me in the chats. Let me see how many of you forgot everything that you studied in human physiology. How many of you forgot everything? Yes, food is mandatory. Food, that's why we are all leaving. That's why we are all earning to eat good food, right? To afford good food, we are all earning. That's the reason. That's why we tell breadwinners of the home. That means you are the person who is getting food, right? To make all the ends meet. Other things are separate, okay? So, these are the life processes. Did you all agree with me? Yes or no? Correct? Okay, these are all the life process. Nutrition, ma'am. Under nutrition, what do you study? Digestion, absorption, right? Autotrophic, heterotrophic, all these terms. Now, when it comes to respiration and breathing, what do you study? You study about the respiratory organs, trachea, epiglottis, glottis, larynx, much more, right? Now, alveoli, main hero. Circulation, blood. The moment you think about circulation, you think about blood. Yes or no? Okay? Okay, awesome. Now, I am doing good, thank you. Now, students, excretion. That means throwing out the waste materials that I don't want. Okay? That I don't want. Control and coordination. But you should also know when I have to divide animals. Okay, when I have to divide animals, what will be the two classifications I divide on? Simple as that. I will divide it on unicellular basis, right? Unicellular and multicellular. Unicellular and multicellular. Students, tell me the difference between unicellular and multicellular, all of you in the chats. What is unicellular? Okay, tell me what is unicellular. Uni means one person, right? We are fighting against something. We are one person fighting against. Now, I am one person who is trying to teach you basics so that even if there is someday down the lane, if there is a re-NEET, if there is no NEET, still it will build your foundation for your MBBS. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes. Okay. So, we are building that. So, that one person, like that one cell, okay, one cell, a single cell doing all the functions. A single cell doing all the functions. But what about multicellular? Multicellular means many cells, right? Many cells. Do they work as cells? No. They will aggregate together to form tissues. These tissues will aggregate together to form organ. Organs will aggregate. He'll be like, oh, you're also doing respiration. Even I want to do respiration. You're doing circulation. Even I want to do circulation. Like that, they'll become an organ system. Then from organ system, they finally become an organism. Very good. Yes. Yes. Good job. Okay. So here, many cells will aggregate to form tissues. Okay, tissues. From tissues, finally we see an organ system, and then an organism, right? An organism. Okay. This is how the flow of it happens. Flow is there. Okay. Now, if I have to teach you each part of it, what will I teach you? I'll teach you nutrition, I'll teach you breathing, circulation, excretion, control and coordination. Now, all of you tell me, do you have digestion and absorption? You do not have digestion and absorption. So, is it necessary for us to study nutrition? Not really, because digestion and absorption chapter is deleted from your 11th syllabus. Okay, it's not there. Digestion and absorption is not there at all. Okay, but breathing is there. Proper, every single process is there, circulation is there, excretion is there, control and coordination, you have nervous system and chemical coordination. I hope all of you remember your chapters. Now look here, in this, if you are a student, see why I am doing this, I am not just focusing on one set of students. There will be a lot of students who are from 10th to 11th moving, 11th to 12th moving, and in their 11th, maybe during their college days, they wouldn't have studied because this is the first time they go to college, and they would have enjoyed and they would have not maybe understood a lot of things. So this will actually help them to connect with all the levels, right? All the levels of their 11th as well as 12th. I will be telling you some common words that you repeat during your NEET preparation. So this is for my droppers, partial droppers, students who are planning to take a drop, students who want to write NEET in future, for all of them. Okay, this video will cater to all of them. So students, in this, all of you should know human physiology is the most important concept. From all the years analysis, we get simply 15 to 16 questions from this chapter. 15 to 16 questions, okay? Targeting this chapter alone will give you 15 to 16 questions, okay? So this is what I'm going to teach you in this class. Now, since digestion and absorption got deleted, what do I teach you in nutrition? Okay, what do I teach you in nutrition? Yes, okay? So I will teach you in nutrition, I will just teach you basic things, okay? Because you don't have a lot of it. Simpler thing is animals. What is animals? We understood that they are multicellular. We understood animals are multicellular. Next thing, what do you know about animal students? Are they heterotrophic or autotrophic? Are they heterotrophic or autotrophic? Yes or no? Tell me. Are they heterotrophic or autotrophic? Yes. Very good. Heterotrophic, right? Prokaryotes, eukaryotes, we are not bothered right now. We are only talking about if they are multicellular and if they are heterotrophic. Heterotrophic means what? They are making their own food, right? They are making their own food. Is that the meaning of heterotrophic? No, right? Autotrophs are the one that they make their own food. Heterotrophic will depend on organism that make their own food. Yes or no? So, they will not make their own food, but they will depend on another organism for food. Okay? They will depend on another organism, for food. Clear? Okay? Simple. And they also show holozoic type of nutrition. Okay? Holozoic type of nutrition. Means we consume the food gets breakdown. Okay? All complex materials will get broken down to simple and then they will get digested. Simple as that. That is holozoic. That means I consume food. I don't take the entire chapati and eat, right? So I take the chapati, I eat it. After chewing, what happens in my digestive system? All of this complex particles will get broken down. What is required will be taken by my body. What is not required will go out as undigested food. Got it? Got it? Okay, simple as that. Now, multicellular is there, heterotrophic is there, holozoic is there. In this also, now, plants. What about plants? Plants will do something called as autotrophic. Okay, autotrophic. Now, from the term itself, all of you know, I know no one is there who does not understand this. Auto mode, like I always tell you in the phone, if you said auto, that means what? Okay, everything, the light will be adjusted, everything will be adjusted depending on that, right? Same way, autopilot mode, right? Everything is done by self, okay, self. So, auto means self. So, autotrophic means they make their own food, okay? Make their own food. So here what you have to study, your digestive system, right? Digestion and absorption is removed. So this nutrition part, only this much you understand. Now we will go into the most important part, that is breathing and respiration. Students, all of you have breathing and respiration, yes or no? Agreed, all of you? Now, how many of you know what is the difference between breathing and respiration? I know many students doesn't know, but my DNA batch students should be knowing by now. What is the difference between breathing and respiration, and why does NCERT say breathing is commonly called as respiration? Do they have any connection? Are they cousins, siblings? What are they? What are they? Tell me, all of you. Yes. Students, who is that one person who hasn't marked the attendance, yaar? Such lazy people. Okay, such lazy people. One person is there who hasn't marked the attendance. Yes, very good. So, breathing simply means, if I have to, see, simple as that, I just inhale and exhale. I inhale and exhale. That means I take in oxygen, I give out carbon dioxide. That's all is breathing. Now, what is respiration? What is respiration? Okay, respiration is basically breakdown. Okay, breakdown of chemical substance. Now, breakdown of chemical substance means what? Basically, your food that you consume, right? It is getting broken down. Your food that you consume is getting broken down with the help of oxygen to yield you energy. To yield you energy. That is basically respiration. Understood difference? Breathing means I'm just taking in oxygen, giving out carbon dioxide. But respiration means what, on the other hand? Breaking down of the chemicals with the help of oxygen. Now, all of you tell me, there are two types of respiration. Two types of respiration. Tell me in the chat box, what are the two types of respiration that you know? Two types of respiration. One is in the presence of oxygen, one is in the absence of oxygen, right? So, very good. So, presence of oxygen, I will call it aerobic respiration. Absence of oxygen, I will call it anaerobic respiration. Anaerobic respiration. Aerobic means I'm using oxygen, which we all do. Without oxygen, can you live? You have come on this earth, you have to do breathing. Can you be like, no, I didn't really want to come on this earth. My parents made me born, so I will not breathe. And you will hold your breath. How long can you hold your breath? Right, you can hold it for maybe 1 minute. If you're a person who does yoga and all, maybe you can hold it for some more time. Otherwise, you have to breathe. Right, you have to breathe. So, aerobic and anaerobic. Simple thing, in the presence of oxygen. Presence of oxygen. This is in the absence of oxygen. Absence of oxygen. Now, also understand that aerobic respiration, okay, aerobic respiration yields around how many ATPs? It goes up to 38 ATPs, okay, it gives about 38 ATPs, and here it gives about 2 ATPs. So, which is better, student? Anaerobic or aerobic? Okay, it has its own benefit. Please try to understand. Aerobic has its own benefit, anaerobic has its own benefit. Clear? Clear? Okay, so 36 to 38 ATPs. If you see that whole glycolysis cycle, everything, if you see properly, you will get an idea. So, 38 ATPs are given here, 2 ATPs are given here. Aerobic is always better because oxygen is required. But even in our muscles, sometimes lactic acid is produced, right? When you are doing some exercise, all this, all of you know that. Now, students, understand, if I have to come to breathing, now you understood a little about respiration. Now, if I have to come to breathing, now, you should understand few things in breathing, okay. This you will study in breathing chapter. So, learn it now itself. Learn it now itself. This will help you build the foundation for your breathing chapter. See, when I say breathing, the first thing is inspiration or inhalation, okay. Inspiration, or in other word, inhalation. What am I taking in during this process? Inhalation. Inspiration or inhalation. I am taking in oxygen, right? I am taking in oxygen, correct? Yes. Now, when I am taking in oxygen, I need to make sure that this people, whenever there is a transfer, right? Now, if you people like this session, if you people promote this section, if you people share it with your friends, everyone will be like, okay, yes, this session is good, yeah. No one has done this basics of zoology. What do people do? All this will be there. That means when you're like transferring, it's from a higher region to a lower region. Okay? Yes, very good. Taking in air. When I have to take in air, I have to make sure about few things. First thing is, I cannot change the atmospheric pressure. Can I manipulate the atmospheric pressure depending on, like, if I want to take in air or outside? No, I cannot control that. Okay, the environment has an atmospheric pressure. I have to just cannot manipulate it, change it, do anything. But I can change one thing. What is that? I can change the pressure inside my lungs. Yes, I can change the pressure inside my lungs, and that pressure is simply called as interpulmonary pressure. Okay, intrapulmonary pressure. Yes or no? Got it, all of you? So I can change the pressure. Whose pressure can I change? All of you tell me in the chats. Whose pressure can I change? I can change the pressure inside my lungs. Okay, I can change the intrapulmonary pressure. I can change the intrapulmonary pressure. Okay, got it? One second. Yes, I can change the intrapulmonary pressure. Very good. Okay. Pulmonary pressure. Now, students, atmospheric pressure is going to remain 760 mmHg. No matter if Subhashini wants to breathe, Nandini wants to breathe, Rani wants to breathe, whoever wants to breathe, atmospheric pressure is going to be 760 mmHg. But since I can change my intrapulmonary pressure during inhalation, okay, during inhalation I will change it. Okay, it has to move from a region of higher concentration to lower concentration. So keeping that in mind, AP, that is atmospheric pressure, will be 760 mmHg. Okay, and I will change my IPP, intrapulmonary pressure, to 758 mmHg. This way, what will happen? The air will move from a region of higher concentration to a region of lower concentration, and that is how you will be able to inhale. Is this clear to all of you? Clear to all of you? So I basically changed the pressure inside my lungs. What did I do? I reduced to 2 mm. I reduced by 2, right? So 760 mmHg is the atmospheric pressure. I made my intrapulmonary pressure as 758. So normally the oxygen from a region of higher concentration will come inside. Simple diffusion. Simple diffusion. So you have inhaled air. Okay, all of you inhale. All of you inhale in the class faster. If you are finished inhaling, we'll go to exhale. Okay, these are tongue twister words for me. Okay, exhale, that means giving out air. While giving out air also, I have to keep in mind, if the pressure gradient does not change, the air is not going to get exchanged, students. Pressure has to change. Pressure gradient has to change continuously for inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. Now, keeping this in mind, I should know that from inside the air has to go outside. That means my internal pressure has to be higher. The air will move from a region of higher concentration to a region of lower concentration. Can I manipulate the atmospheric pressure? Can I be like, can you please reduce 2 because I want to exhale out? No. I will still change my IPP. So how much will my IPP be? My IPP will be increased up to 762 mmHg. Okay, mmHg. And I will keep the atmospheric pressure, not me students, atmosphere only will keep it, 760 mmHg. Now what will happen? The air will move from a region of higher concentration to a region of lower concentration. Is this clear to all of you? Very important concept of your breathing chapter. Okay, with this, in breathing chapter you will also study about external and internal muscles also. Now you are only going to study this much. Okay, now you are only going to study this much. Yes, all of you. So I made it 762. I made it 762 because I cannot do anything with the atmospheric pressure. So I was like, okay, fine, I can change my lungs pressure. I will change it. I hope this is clear. Okay, I hope this is clear. Yes. Okay, awesome, awesome. It's clear? Yes, fine. Very good. Now, I have taken in oxygen. I have given out carbon dioxide. All this is happening. But who is the person who's going to do this? My gases have to reach the target organs, or my gases has to get into exchange process. That will be done by a simple person, that is your car. Okay, there is a car inside your body who will take 4 people at a time. Okay, we have a very small car, a nano or maybe a Maruti Alto. So, Alto? Yeah. Okay, so we will have a small car which will carry 4 people every time. It can be oxygen, it can be carbon dioxide. Okay, we don't have like that enmity or anything. We will carry both people together. Who is that person? In our blood we have a pigment. In our blood we have a pigment called as hemoglobin, which acts like a car or a bus, whatever you want to think of. Okay, it acts like a car by carrying or by helping in exchange of gases. Right? This hemoglobin will also help in exchange of gases, mainly by the help of transportation. Okay? More than exchange, it will help in transportation. It will tell from here to here you go, from here to here I will bring you. Right? That kind of process will be done. Is this clear, students? Okay? So basically in inspiration here, what happened? Okay? Very simple things happened. I hope it's clear by now. Okay? Taking a color is a task. Okay, so basically we had atmospheric pressure, okay, atmospheric air, sorry, not pressure, atmospheric air. This atmospheric air has to come where? To your lungs, right? To your lungs. So tell me the exchange between both of them. What am I taking from them? I am taking oxygen with the help of inhalation. I am giving out carbon dioxide with the help of expiration. From the lungs, where is it going, students? From the lungs, where is it going? It will go into my blood, right? It will go into my blood vessels. So, it will go into my blood vessels. Might look like a C for you, but it's not, students. It's blood vessels, okay? So, it will go into my blood vessels. Again, what is going? From the lungs. Okay, oxygen is going, okay, the blood will take back carbon dioxide to the lungs so that it can go outside. Okay, from the blood, where will it go? From the blood, where will it go? I cannot see the answers. All of you try and tell me, from the blood, where will it go? It will go into the tissues. Who should do the job? The tissues have to do the job, right? For that, the blood will take these people to the tissues, okay? The blood is going to take your oxygen to the tissues. The tissue will do what? The tissue will do cellular respiration. After cellular respiration, it will be left with carbon dioxide. Right? It will be left with carbon dioxide. It will give the carbon dioxide back. Okay? It will give the carbon dioxide back. So, from the blood, oxygen will go. From the tissues, carbon dioxide will go. That's all. That's all. Clear or not? Clear or not? Easy? Easy? Okay, this is all your respiration. So, here we will see inspiration and expiration. Here we will see an external respiration. Here we will see transport of gases. After that, you will see internal respiration happening here, where your cellular respiration also will be happening at the same time. That means your cells will utilize the oxygen, give out the carbon dioxide. Okay? Okay, fine. Yes. Now, the next thing, the most important thing about breathing is what? What is the most important thing about breathing, students, or your respiration? It's that the organs that are helping in that, right? When I talk about respiration, when I talk about anything, when I talk about the breathing chapter as a whole, I will always talk about the respiratory pathway. Yes, respiratory pathway. That means I'm taking in oxygen from my nostrils. It's going all the way again to my windpipe, and after that the splitting is happening. So you have to know the pathway taken by these gases. Okay, can we go into that? Now, simply understand, when you talk about your respiration, okay, respiration, your respiratory pathway, right, your respiratory organs as a whole is divided into 2 regions. One is called the conducting zone, okay, one is called the conducting zone, and one is called your respiratory zone. One is called the respiratory zone. You will be like, ma'am, what's the difference? Students, conducting zone means, now Example, like how your NTA is a conducting zone. They make the question paper, they send you the admit card, all that they do. They conduct the exam. Respiratory zone means what? You are the students who actually write the exam, right? So same way, conducting zone means taking in the air, giving it, humidifying it, filtering it, conditioning it, all this will be done by a conducting zone. Okay? Respiratory zone is where actual exchange of gases happen. I hope this is clear to all of you. I hope this is clear to all of you. Okay? Now, understanding conducting zone and respiratory zone, let's also understand one simple diagram. Okay, one simple diagram. Okay? What am I drawing? Wow, wow, wow. I have drawn your trachea. Okay, I have drawn your trachea. Now, on top of your trachea, you will have your larynx. Okay, larynx will be there. On that, below that, you will see your glottis, epiglottis, a flap-like structure, which I am not going to draw now. But just look here, you will understand few things. On the trachea, there are C-shaped. All of you know this? Incomplete C-shaped cartilage. Okay, incomplete C-shaped cartilage. Why is it incomplete, students? Why is it not complete? Why is it not complete? Okay, why is it not complete? Incomplete C. Voice is audible. Voice is audible. Yes. Why is it incomplete? It's incomplete because, understand, trachea is like a pipe. Trachea is like a pipe. If I put a complete ring, when I am inhaling, exhaling, when there is a little contraction or relaxation, this C-line cartilage will break, or your tracheal muscles, right, that tampering will happen. To avoid that, we give only incomplete cartilaginous ring. Okay, so what you are seeing here is an incomplete cartilaginous ring in the trachea. Now, understand, trachea is your windpipe, right? Trachea is your windpipe, and trachea splitting will happen on the 5th thoracic vertebrae. Okay, imagine there's a pipe, splitting has happened into right and left. For that right and left to happen, it will happen exactly on the 5th thoracic vertebrae. Exactly, hyaline cartilage. Very good. Okay, so this is your sound box, that is your larynx. Students, below that you will know there's an aperture, a glottis is there. On the glottis there is a flap-like structure called the epiglottis, which will help in closing so that the food does not enter into the windpipe. Okay, simple. Now, this is your trachea. This is your trachea. Now, trachea is splitting, okay, on the 5th thoracic vertebrae. Now, let's draw your lungs. Okay, let's draw your lungs. Okay, one lungs will look little kidney shaped because there is a cardiac notch where your heart is there. Okay, so look here, students, after the splitting, okay, after the splitting, if you see, you'll notice that there are some branches. Okay, there are some branches, and at the end of the branches you will see a balloon like structure called the alveoli. A balloon like structure which is called the alveoli. Okay, so I'm drawing multiple branches. There is around 300 million of them. So here you can see there is a C-shaped cartilage. This splitting, right, this is happening on the 5th thoracic vertebrae. Now, what is the pathway of it? From where to where the air is going? Okay, if I have to do the splitting of my trachea, how does the pathway occur? Right, trachea basically divides into your first, so I'm writing here, okay, first I'm writing the splitting, primary bronchi, okay, from primary it goes to secondary bronchi, this is the splitting, okay, from there to the tertiary bronchi, okay, from there it goes to the initial bronchioles, terminal bronchioles, in some places you will also see, after this you will see respiratory bronchioles. Okay, in some places you will see respiratory bronchioles, right? Got it? Yes, septum, splitting, your horizontal, your, what is that? Splitting and all that we will learn differently when you learn breathing. Your horizontal, oblique, fissure and all you will study later. Okay, the lobes also you will study later. Understand, the right lungs will have 3 lobes, the left lungs will have 2 lobes, right? That we will study later when we are studying breathing. Right now just try to understand the pathway. From terminal bronchioles there will be respiratory bronchioles also, but I am not going into that. I will directly write your alveoli duct. Okay, alveoli duct. And after that you're finally alveoli. Now students, in this try to understand this much. From your primary bronchi, okay, from your primary bronchi up to your terminal bronchi, okay, up to your terminal bronchi, all of them fall under your conducting zone. All of them will fall under your conducting zone. That means what are they doing? They are doing different methods like your humidification, okay. They will be doing humidification, okay. They'll also, filtration will happen because of your hair, the hair in your nose, okay. Humidification, after that filtration will basically happen because of that, but later also filtration, some kind of filtrations will happen, okay. Then conditioning will happen. Conditioning will happen. Okay. And carrying of this also will happen. Carrying of what? Your gases. Okay, carrying of your gases also should take place here. After all this, where is the actual place? Where is the actual place where respiration will happen? It will happen in your alveoli and your alveoli duct and in the alveoli. So this will fall under your respiratory zone. Is this clear to all of you? So this is the location where actually exchange of gas will happen. Okay, actual place where exchange of gas will happen. Again, here also pressure gradient will be maintained where there will be an exchange of gases. I hope this is clear. Okay, I hope this is clear. Okay, carrying of air, humidification, filtration, yes, perfect. Okay, all this will be happening in the conducting zone, including from your nostrils. Okay, start from your nostrils. From nostrils you take all the way to your trachea. All that people are going to help in different job, because you know you have hair. Okay, your nose hair is there which will actually filter. That's the reason you sneeze whenever there is, when you take in some air and the air has a lot of dust, you immediately start sneezing. Okay, I hope this is clear to all of you. Clear? Yes, awesome. Okay, glottis, epiglottis, all that you will again study when you study about your breathing chapter as a whole. Okay, fine. Now that we have understood this much, let's go to the next one. Okay, I'll just label this also, your alveoli. Okay, students, here there will be the cardiac notch. Okay, here your heart will be there. Okay, this is your cardiac notch. Cardiac notch. This is your mediastinum and all that. Again, more depth you have to learn this. Okay, then now the next thing, circulation. When I talk about circulation, what is the first few things that come into your head? Blood, ma'am. Simple as that. But do circulation just mean blood? No, circulation means much more. That means if I talk about circulation, right, if I talk about circulation, all of you should understand one thing, that circulation does not just mean, you know, only transport. They are helping all other systems, like they are helping your digestive system. Okay, they are helping your digestive system. Okay, they are helping your respiratory system for exchange of gases. They are helping excretory system. They are also helping in control and coordination, especially for your endocrine system. They are doing the job of the hormones, right? Hormones, to make the hormones reach the specific target. So it's just not transportation. They transport and help all the systems like digestive, respiratory, excretory system, endocrine system. They help in all of them. Now, when I talk about circulation, the basic thing that you need to know is there are two types of circulatory fluids. Okay, mainly blood, lymph, but also one more is that tissue fluid. Okay, but the main thing is your blood, which has your RBC, WBC and platelets. Okay, other than that, they also have plasma. Inside plasma also there are different types of proteins and other things which will again in depth you will study in your body fluids. Now, when I talk about your circulatory system, students, what is the other things that you remember? What is the other things that you remember about your circulatory system? Yes, I totally agree. There are two types of circulatory fluids. First is your blood. Okay, then your lymph. You also have additionally your tissue fluids. But more than that, what do you know? More than that, what do you, the moment you think about circulatory system, what is the thought that comes into your head? All of you tell me quickly in the chat, what is the thought that comes into your head? Okay, so lymph is there, blood is there. Okay, that's normal. Okay, we know about all these people, what they are going to do. The next thing that you remember always is going to be a heart, right? It's going to be heart. Let's draw one nice, beautiful heart. Okay, so when I talk about your circulatory system, you should think about the pumping organ. The pumping organ that will actually supply whatever it has to be supplied. Yes or no? Yes or no? So I can basically divide my heart into 4 parts. Right? I can divide my heart into 4 parts, which I'm not supposed to divide like this. Okay, I'll draw the septum. Okay, the first thing that I have to remember is my organ, that is the pumping organ that is going to do all the job. So this will be my right auricle, this will be my left auricle, this will be my right ventricle and this will be my left ventricle, right? So if it's on your right, towards left, ulta you should write. Okay, now students, this is the 4 chambers that is present in my heart. Right, there is a right auricle, right ventricle, left ventricle. I totally understand, ma'am. Now understand, to divide this people, right, to split this people, right auricle, left auricle, who are the people who are there? Now if you look here, there is one thin structure here that will be what? Interatrial septum. Septum is the one that actually divides, okay? Septum is the one that actually divides. So this one is going to be my interatrial septum. That means the one who is going to divide both of my atria together. Okay, septum, interatrial septum. Then what will be for ventricles? All of you think and tell me what will be for ventricles. If the one that is separating the atrial is interatrial septum, then what will be for the ventricles? All of you tell me quickly in the chats. In the chats. Yes, interventricular septum. Very good. Okay, interventricular septum. That means the one that is splitting both of my ventricles together will be my interventricular septum, which is comparatively more thick compared to your atrial. Okay, they are more thick. This is the septums. Okay, the division is clear, ma'am. Now, after this, if the blood goes, have the mitral valve. Was there a moment where I was stuck? Okay, wait, I'm stuck. 1 second. Okay, I think it's fine now. Yes, yes, it was some OBS issue. I think it's fixed, right? Now it's visible. Am I visible? For me, yes, I'm loading. Yes, okay, awesome. So here, this is going to be the mitral valve. Mitral valve or your bicuspid valve. Okay, bicuspid valve. Yes? Okay. Bicuspid valve. That means 2 flaps are there. Here, 3 flaps are there. Now, general idea you understood. Now, to collect, okay, to collect the blood from the upper part of my body, for the upper part of the body, whom do I have? I have someone called as the vena cavas. Okay, whom do I have? I have the vena cavas. One is called the superior vena cava and I have one more called the inferior vena cava. Wait, I'll just erase this. Okay. Oh no, my heart went, students. My heart is damaged. Okay, so yes, I have the inferior vena cavas. Okay, I'm not stuck again, no? Yes, inferior vena cava. So I have a superior vena cava, I have an inferior vena cava, just so that it can collect the blood from the superior part of the body, okay, superior part of the body, and from the inferior part of the body. So superior vena cava, and inferior vena cava. Okay, clear? Yes, this is my pumping organ who is going to do all the jobs of pumping, right? So here we understood that there are septums, right? We understood that there are septums between the atria and the ventricles to make sure that there is a proper differentiation between both of them, right? And same way between your auricles also there is a complete separation, okay? Yes, and we also have valves in between, okay? We also have valves in between who are actually going to help us to prevent the backflow of the blood, okay? Backflow of the blood. And this one has 3 flaps, okay? 3 flaps, tricuspid. This one has 2 flaps, okay? 2 flaps. That is your bicuspid valve. I hope it's clear, okay? I hope it's clear, okay? Now, blood will flow in, purification, all this will happen. But now, looking at this diagram, I think my diagram is not that visible about the size, but just looking at it, can you tell me the size of the atria? Okay, the size of the atria. Atria size, can you say who is bigger, who is smaller? It will be right atria will be bigger than the left atria. Okay, right atria will be bigger than the left atria. Awesome, good to go. And your pumping organ is who? Heart is your pumping organ. Okay, who is your pumping organ? Heart is your pumping organ. Pumping organ is none other than your heart. Okay, that's it. So this is your circulation. Got it? Simple things, very simple things I have taught you. Again, in depth you will be learning again in the chapters. Okay. Yes. Got it? Okay, because of the pressure difference, okay. Now, when I come to excretion, the next part, okay, now circulation is clear, blood is there. I'm not going to teach you about blood because again, that is a whole portion by itself in your body fluids and circulation. But you know, the two main circulating fluids are your blood and lymph. With that, now you also have tissue fluids that you need to remember, okay. In the blood, you have plasma and you also have the blood corpuscles or the blood cells, that is your RBC, WBC and platelets, okay. Now, in lymph, if you see, the whatever is oozing out of the capillaries, that becomes your lymph, and the lymph nodes are there, lymphatic systems are there, okay. Now, excretion. Excretion means what, students? Simply to removal, right? I have to do removal of the nitrogenous waste. Removal of the nitrogenous waste. Nitrogenous waste. Now, I can remove the nitrogenous waste. There are 3 types, right? In the form of ammonia, in the form of urea or in the form of uric acid. Depending on organism to organism, what they are capable of doing, right? So, nitrogenous waste, if I generally categorize, okay, according to your NCERT, you have basically 3 types, okay? Oh. Nitrogenous waste. First is your ammonia. Okay, ammonia. Second is what? Urea. Third is uric acid. Now, all of you know uric acid. All of you would have got blessings from birds. When you're going out somewhere, your first blessing will be from the bird. That is, it will give out pellets. Okay, that is your uric acid. I have always told you stories about it, right? It will give you pellets, right? The pellets is uric acid. As a blessing, it will give you whenever you're wearing a white shirt. All my white shirts, whichever is, kept for drying, all of it has blessings of uric acid. Now I don't have any more white dresses at all. Okay, so that is how the birds in my area are cooperating in giving fashion designing like ideas on my white t-shirts. Okay, because I have a lot of white dresses, so they are like, okay, let's design one in one form every day. So now no more white dresses I have. Got it? So this is your uric acid. I hope no one will forget uric acid. Now let's come to ammonia and urea. Which is the excretory material that we give out? Which is the excretory material that we give out? Simple thing, urea, because we do not have that much water to waste. But ammonia is the most toxic. Okay, most toxic. You tell no in your Instagram and all, red flag, green flag. So the biggest red flag is your ammonia. Okay, among all these three, biggest red flag is your ammonia. Most toxic, because it's the most toxic, it needs a lot of water. Okay, lot of water to be expelled out. Okay, to go out, it will need lot of water. Like how you use all your energy to push a toxic person out of your life, this one also needs a lot of water to go out. Yes. Now urea, I think my students have forgotten how to smile also, how to laugh also, because of this entire NTA thing going around. Is it, students? My students are not laughing, smiling, nothing is happening. They're like, okay ma'am, okay ma'am, okay. So ammonia is the most toxic. Now urea is okay, like chalega types. Okay, it's not very toxic, but it's not like least toxic also. It's like in the moderate, okay, moderate situation, but it requires less water compared to ammonia. Okay, less H2O compared to ammonia. The least toxic is urea. Okay, least toxic is your uric acid. Sorry, least toxic is your uric acid. Green flag according to all of you. Okay, green flag according to all of you is your uric acid, least toxic. Then your question will be like, ma'am, why don't I attract green flags, right? Why don't I attract uric acid, or why are we not giving out uric acid? It's because uric acid is very expensive, students, very expensive. We cannot afford it. Okay, our ATP is not that much to afford or to throw out uric acid. That's why we are using urea, who is like tic tac chalega. Like that types of people we are using. Okay, that is urea. I hope this is clear in your Gen Z language. Okay, in your Gen Z language. Right? Clear? Okay, so the person who is the least toxic is your uric acid. It requires also very less water, but it's very expensive. Very expensive. Okay, very expensive. It uses all the ATP that the birds have, but for birds it is okay. Okay, very expensive. That is the reason why we are not using it. Now the question comes, ma'am, because that is ammonia is a red flag, don't we have it at all? Our body also sometimes forms ammonia. Okay, our body also sometimes forms ammonia. That ammonia, okay, our body also forms ammonia, students. That ammonia will be going into the liver. Where will it go? To the liver. In the liver, there are cycles like ornithine cycle, okay, ornithine cycle, or in simple, okay, pet name you can call urea cycle, and this urea cycle will convert my ammonia into urea, and this urea will go into my kidney. This urea will go into my kidney. After this, all this waste materials will be given out. I hope this is clear. I hope this is clear. Yes, awesome. Fine. Okay. So ammonia is formed in our body, but not in an excess amount. Sometimes ammonia is formed in our body. In case ammonia is formed in our body, because it is very toxic, I cannot wait for everything to happen aram se. So immediately I will send the ammonia to my liver. Liver in the with the help of ornithine cycle or the urea cycle, will convert my ammonia into urea and send that urea into my kidney. Kidney knows what to do rest. Okay, kidney knows what to do. So what is kidney going to do? So the main excretory system in our body is who? Kidney. Okay, 2 kidneys. Now don't complain, ma'am didn't draw adrenal gland on top of the kidney and all that. Kidney, because we are studying excretory system, this is your ureter, this is your urinary bladder where the urine will be stored. Okay, urinary bladder, and last you have your urethra from where it will be expelled out. Okay, urethra. Got it? This is your excretory system. A pair of kidney, you have ureter, urinary bladder and urethra. Now what happens? Kidney has 2 regions, medulla and your cortex. Okay, in that the main part is your nephron. Who is there? The structural and functional unit of your kidney is none other than your nephron. Okay, nephron. All of you, I hope, remembers the parts of the nephron. You have glomerulus, Bowman's capsule, PCT, loop of Henle, DCT and collecting duct, right? Okay, all of this is there. They'll all help in the urine formation with the help of 3 steps. Glomerular filtration, your tubular reabsorption, tubular secretion. By doing all the steps, finally urine will be expelled out. Now my question to all the students out here. All the students out here tell me, digestion and excretion, both the end products are the same? Yes or no? Yes or no? Is the end product the same? I hope all of you have marked your attendance. Okay, mark your attendance, then only we will get to know how many of you were there with me live. Yes, digestion and excretion, both the end product is the same? Yes or no? Tell me fast. Waiting for your answers. Is the end product the same? Yes or no? Okay, Subhashini is telling no, ma'am. Is there anyone else who is telling yes, ma'am? No, very good. Because understand the simple thing that, okay, simple thing that digestion, when I talk about your digestive system or let's say digestive system, I am basically talking about the undigested food. Okay, undigested food. Undigested food. Got it? That's what I'm talking about. Oh ho, what is this? Art by the board. Okay, now when I am talking about excretory system, I am basically talking about urine formation. Okay, when I am talking about the excretory system, I am basically talking about urine formation. Got it, all of you? Got it, all of you? Yes, urine formation. Now, if urine formation has to take place, okay, if urine formation has to take place, 3 steps are there. That is, first is glomerular filtration, okay, glomerular filtration. Next is tubular, or how many of you remember? Tell me in the chats, what is the next step? Next step after glomerular filtration. Tubular, what? Tubular secretion or reabsorption? Tubular secretion or reabsorption? Yes. What happened? Yes. Try, think and tell me, is it tubular secretion, reabsorption? What is it? What is it? All of you remember this, okay? Glomerular filtration, again, it happens in your Bowman's capsule, right? The Bowman's capsule is there, right? Inside that, you have a set of blood capillaries called the glomerulus, right? Here it happens. After that goes to the next step, right? So, next step will be your tubular secretion or tubular secretion. After that, your reabsorption, okay? Tubular reabsorption. Got it? Okay. So, tubular reabsorption, then your tubular secretion will come. Okay. Now, this is the 3 steps of your, okay, 3 steps of your urine formation. Got it? Urine formation. Is this clear? Is this clear? So this will happen in your tubules, right? It will happen in your tubules. That's the word tubular. Tubular. Okay, the word tubular is meaning here. Okay, after this, again, students, wait. Excuse me. Both are happening in the, okay, both are happening in the tubes itself. Okay, this is your urine formation. Okay, urine formation. Got it? Any doubts? Any doubts? Okay, don't take tension about the order and all. Just right now try to understand what are the three steps. Okay, glomerular filtration, tubular reabsorption, tubular secretion. Okay, understand that the tubes will give out whatever is not required. Later they will absorb first. Okay, and then whatever is, because your glomerulate, okay, glomerulate, what is that, when it comes out, around 180 liters come out. Okay, your glomerular filtrate, no, around 180 liters come out, but actual urine is only 1 to 1.5. so the rest full will be reabsorbed. Okay, 1 to 1.5. so this much, the rest fully will be reabsorbed. Okay, fully will be reabsorbed. Got it, all of you? That's all is your excretion. So you understood urine formation, right? Urine formation is what is your excretion. Undigested food, when it goes out, it's your digestion. So here micturition will happen. Okay, micturition will happen. That means expelling of urine out with the help of your urinary bladder. On the urinary bladder, the tip, right, where your urethra is there, there will be sphincter muscles, right? One in our control, one not in our control. One is involuntary, one is voluntary. And the urinary bladder will store the urine, okay? Store the urine up to 800, okay? And it will store it, and once it stores, then only you feel like, okay, I have to go to the washroom now, right? 500, 600, it will keep filling up to 700, 750 it can go. That is your micturition, that means expelling of your urine. Now, the last process, right, the last topic for today is control and coordination. What is control and coordination? If I have to do something, my body also has a set of thoughts, process, signals will be sent. At the same time, hormones will be sent. Everything, right, everything has a proper control and coordination. Now, for that to happen, I have two main systems helping me. Okay, two main systems helping me. One is my endocrine system. Okay, endocrine system. Okay, one is my nervous system. One is my nervous system. Now, endocrine system and nervous system. Why are there two systems, ma'am? You can ask the question, no? Okay. Why there are two systems, ma'am? Why can't there be one system? Simple thing, students. In endocrine system, there are hormones that are released to the target organs. Okay. Try to understand. There is hormones released to the target organs. Okay. Hormones are going to the target organs. Okay. Now, they do not have ducts. That means, now imagine if there is a tanker, right? Imagine this is the tank. Okay, in this water is there. In this water is there. I have to give it to the down. There is some kind of a thing. Okay, something is there like this. I have to give it here. From this bucket or from this tank, the water will supply to the down. Whatever sink is there, whatever is there, it will go there. With the help of a tube system. Can you see a proper tube is there? Tube or your pipe, right? Pipe system or a pipeline. This happens in your exocrine. That means from the chemicals will go all the way up to your target in the form of ducts, with the help of ducts. Okay, so this tube or pipe, I can replace it with the word called ducts. But in endocrine, this duct system is not there. Okay, the hormones has to go to the target organs, but without ducts. So I call the endocrine gland as ductless gland. But how can it go? No pipe is there, no pipeline is there, no tube is there. How will it go? It will go with the help of your blood. It will go with the help of your blood. So blood will transport the hormones from the location to the target organs. Okay? This is how it will happen. Yes or no? Yes? Yes, I'll be taking. Okay, I will be taking. Yes. So this is your endocrine. That is what ductless means. Okay. Basically, there is no pipe. There is no pipeline. There is no tube system. But directly I am putting the hormones into my blood. The blood will take it to the target organ. Target organ will have a receptor to collect it. Otherwise, see, if the Blinkit guy or the Zepto guy or your Swiggy or Zomato guy does not know your location, okay, you have just put the building number, you have not put the floor, you have not put the anything, no landmark, that guy will go and deliver to some other person. Yes or no? So like that, the blood also can go and deliver this hormones to any other target organs. For that, what did I do? I gave a proper landmark. That landmark, who is acting as a landmark? The receptor on the target organ will act as a landmark. The moment the blood is bringing the hormones, the receptors will get activated. They will collect it. Understood? Same how your Zomato and Blinkit is going to work. Okay? Properly, if you put the address, they will reach there. If you don't put the address, they will not reach there. Is this clear to all of you students? Yes? Did you all mark the attendance? If you haven't marked the attendance, mark the attendance right now. Okay. So, you will understand the value of this session. You will understand the use of this session when you are studying human physiology. When you are getting into your 11th, in depth, you will understand, okay, this makes sense. The foundation is already built. Okay, I will do the same thing for your 12th as well. Okay, 12th as well. So, look here, hormones to the target organs. But there is a problem here. This is a very slow process. This is a very slow process. Very slow process, but a long-lasting process. Okay, long-lasting process. It's longer. Right, longer. At the same time, when I talk about nervous system, okay, now when I talk about nervous system, what do I know about nervous system? Nervous system. Students, also I'll write here extra information, ductless. Okay, ductless glands. Ductless glands. Okay, nervous system is going to transfer any information. A dog is coming to bite me. Gopika, run. Who is going to tell? Nervous system will tell. Right? Nervous system would have got an impulse and they will tell me run. Imagine I touch a hot object, immediately retrieve your hand. Who is telling? My nervous system is telling. So, nervous system is properly coordinated and it is faster compared to that. Okay, it is faster but it is short-lived because it is electrical impulse, students. Electrical impulse, right? Electrical impulse will not be longer. It will be fast, right? So, this will be faster and it will be short-lived. Okay, it will be short-lived. Now, when I talk about nervous system, I have to definitely never ignore neurons, right? Neurons. Like how in kidney, nephrons are the structural and functional unit. Here, my neurons are going to be the structural and functional unit of my nervous system. Functional unit of my nervous system. Okay? So, from one neuron to another neuron, they will transfer electrical impulses and between the both neurons, there will be a gap. Okay, between two neurons, there will be a gap. Their chemical synapses will happen with the help of neurotransmitter. Okay, with the help of neurotransmitter. So, if I draw my neuron, okay, if I draw a simple neuron, okay, this neuron looks like it got current shock. 1 second, students, give me 2 minutes to fix the neuron. Okay, neuron is testing me. Okay. Very simple neuron, okay? No complications. Okay, no complications in the neuron. Now, this is the neuron and this will be your dendrites. Okay, this will be your dendrites. Okay, dendrites. This is your neuron. Okay, now at the end, right, there will be axon terminals, right? On the axon terminals there will be synaptic bulbs. Okay, the synaptic bulbs. In the synaptic bulbs, who will be there? Your neurotransmitter will be stored. Okay, inside this your neurotransmitter will be stored to do chemical synapses. Okay, neurotransmitter will be stored to do chemical synapses. Now this is your cell body. Okay, this is your cell body. So let's just label this also. This is cell body, or in other words, what is it called, students? Cyton. Okay, in other words, it's called cyton. And this is your dendrites. This is your dendrites. On the axon there will be some myelin sheath. Okay, they can be myelinated or they can be non-myelinated, but right now we are drawing a myelinated axon. So this will be your myelin sheath. Myelin sheath. And this long slender structure is your axon, and at the end you have axon endings. Got it? This is your basic neuron. Okay, it's your basic neuron. Is this clear to all of you? Got it? Okay, simple and easy. That's all, right? That's all. So your neurons will behave as a structural and functional unit, and they will be sending the electrical synapse. That's how you behave differently at one time, right? Electrical synapse. When you're getting very angry, sometimes you end up hitting a person, or when you're feeling very happy, you'll end up hugging a person. All this is because how your brain works, right? How you have trained your brain to work. Some people have a lot of patience. They tell they have the patience of an elephant. That means they have trained their brain to have that kind of a patience. Some people don't have patience. It's normal. That's how we have trained our brain from a small age, depending on the stimulus, right? There should be a stimulus. Stimulus is having a hot cup of tea. The moment you touch it, you'll be like, okay, retrieve your hand. That is the stimulus given from the environment. So immediately you'll retrieve your hand. All this will happen because of your nerves. Okay, is this clear to all of you? At the same time, you also have your endocrine system, which will give out hormones depending on what is the function, right? So this hormones will be there. There'll be receptors to take this. But this is a slow process, but it is a long lasting process. It will be for a longer time. Okay. Here nervous system is a fast but a short lived, because it's impulse. Okay, it's impulse. It will be carried. You have sensory neuron, motor neuron, association neuron. So some to sense. The moment you touch something, you will know it. Okay, so all this will go in one cycle. Okay, all this will go as one cycle. So is this clear to all of you? Is this clear to all of you? Okay, very simple way I have explained the entire human physiology to you. Okay, now in this itself you will study one chapter as chemical coordination, where you will study all the hormones, all the endocrine, exocrine, the mixed glands and all that. In nervous system as a whole, you will study everything about the neuron. Okay, yes, okay, got it, fine. Yes, I hope it's clear to all of you. All the things we have done, this notes also I will share it on the Telegram today, on both Vedantu NEET English as well as on my Telegram. Okay, now students, same thing I'll do for the 12th as well. Okay, 12th as well. If you have any doubts, please let me know. Right now you can ask me any doubts. Okay, any doubts you can ask me right now. This is the general idea of your foundation. Okay, now if you want to learn more, or if you want proper books to boost your 2025 preparation, then I would tell you, please go for the Tattva books. Okay, because the Tattva books are not just normal coaching modules. They have short notes, they have solved examples, easy to moderate to hard questions. They also have PYQs, question practice, solutions, and most of it is they are error free. Okay, they are error free, because what happens, most of the coaching modules will be very outdated and they'll also have a lot of errors. But Tattva books are not like that. They are ideated by this new set of teachers. Every time there is a syllabus update, it will be changing. Okay, and these are the things, like as I told you, PDF solution to all the exercise, concise theory and videos, okay, previous year solved examples, graded exercise. So there will be a QR code on this book. You can scan the QR code. You will also get video solutions for this, okay. And now all of you know that there's a lot of conversation about re-NEET happening, about many wants re-NEET, many don't want re-NEET. That is totally up to the students, okay. But if you think that I want to take a drop, ma'am, I'm hoping for a re-NEET, or I want to take a complete drop, I have already decided that this is not my marks, then definitely join our DNA batch, because the enrollments are closing. After this, the prices will increase, and then you will have to wait for another entry point, okay. That might take again a lot of time. But otherwise, if you feel like no, okay, if you feel like no, I need to take a drop, make your decision right now. Join the DNA batch. The link is in the description box. Now it's at an affordable price. Later the prices will increase and then you will regret. At the same time, you can also buy the Tattva books. If you feel like no ma'am, I will study from YouTube, I just need a book support, then go for Tattva books, because in that you will also get a QR code scanning where you can also see the solutions, and lot of additional information is there. If a student who learned everything, additional information is there. At the same time, all the previous year questions are there. Students, once you buy the Tattva books, you will not have to buy any other books, okay. Awesome. Yes, Shruti, yes, awesome. So I hope the session was really helpful. Let me know in the comments if you want more sessions like this, okay. Yeah, if you're in the DNA batch, you will not have the necessity to buy this book. But if you're a student who tells that, ma'am, I don't want much of screen time, I want to read from the books, then definitely purchase this book, because it's a good investment. Even in your MBBS, when you want to come back to your foundation, this book will help you, okay. And lot of colorful images are there. It's not like a boring dry book. Lot of colorful images are there, lot of flow charts are there, tables are there, all of it, okay. So yes, make your decision wisely right now. I know a lot of things are happening. Totally we are with you guys for this, okay. Whatever help you need, do let me know in the comments. I know a lot of doubts are there, ma'am, will re-NEET happen? Students, even we do not know, because now, as I told you, it's no more in the ground level. It has reached up to Supreme Court. Now it is totally the call of the court, okay. We made the awareness video, it reached up to the court, but now it's court's decision, okay. It's not in our hands, okay. So be prepared. Whatever happens, make a decision right now. Do you want to write a re-NEET if it happens, or do you want to completely stop NEET, or do you want to take a partial drop or a complete drop? We are with you. So yes, thank you so much for joining. Hope you liked the session. If you want more sessions like this, definitely let me know in the comments if you like the session or not. My Telegram ID is Biology by Gopika. You can also follow me on Instagram as well, okay. So tata, bye bye, see you.